Good afternoon, Empire. Yesterday, I had the privilege of going on a sales call with Kevin, one of our new guys. Um, we hit up Dr. Kaimoff, Alex Kaimoff out of Forest Hills, and Dr. Gupta, both surgeons that I know very well. Dr. Kaimoff I've known since residency. I know it's not a cold, a brand new doctor. However, it was the first time I was approaching them for PRP and for Orthovisc, and it was the first time Kevin has ever met them. So we walk into the office originally after I had called Dr. Kaimoff, got permission to see him, went into the office, started speaking to him about PRP. He wasn't very interested, didn't really believe in any of the sciences. He knew enough about it. We didn't really have to say anything. He just wasn't interested. But I do know that he does use a lot of Euflexa and a lot of Hyalgin. And we asked him, why do you use Hyalgin? Why do you use Flexa? And he answered us, Euflexa is the preferred choice for the Long Island Jewish healthcare system. He is a staff employee, so because of that, he has to use whatever the hospital tells him to, well, they recommend. And also, it's the easiest one for his office manager to prescribe because it's the least work with the pre-approvals. So, hearing this and knowing my relationship with him, I put him on the spot. I said, if I could address those issues, will you use Orthovisc? And he said yes. So we called Jessica, the office manager upstairs, and we started speaking to her and found out different scenarios that the Suparts guy put her through and the Simvis guy put her through and all the different things that went wrong. They couldn't process the orders in 24 hours. They would call them and they wouldn't get any response. They would call the rep and he would take too long to call back. As far as the rep goes, Dr. Kaimoff and Dr. Gupta both know that I'm in the hospital all day long, and all they need to do is drop me a text, and I'm there in 20 minutes. As far as the other issues that the office manager had, I dealt with her and telling her about Lisa's services, how she can call directly, how she's one of our reps' wives, so she's directly related to the company, so she wants to make this happen just as much as we do. Kevin actually brought up also the Orthovisc line, which slipped my mind. It's a good thing that I went with him. Two thoughts are better than one. And she liked the idea that we have Lisa and we have the company, in Orthovisc, willing to help. We can send them an email with the order, we can call them with the order, we can fax them the order, and they pre-approve it right on the spot. And she said she would give it a try, which is a good thing. And they scripted the next 5 patients to see how easy it would be, and they're going to be using Lisa and the Orthovisc line. My job and Kevin's job is to follow up with them in about a week and a half or after the 5th injection, which I'll find out when it is, and see how it was with that office manager and see if we could offer any type of help. As far as PRP, we hit up Dr. Gupta. Big hand guy, sees a lot of hand patients, a lot of wrist scopes, a lot of ligament repairs in the thumb, on the collaterals in the wrist. He does a lot of elbow, a lot of shoulders, and he was very interested in PRP, has been approached by Arthrex, straight up asked us between Arthrex and ours, which one's better and what are the differences. And Kevin and I both addressed, the fact that Arthrex is strictly selling based on price. They're not even PRP. They're strictly PPP. And he agreed with that for the most part and wanted to know about reimbursement. Everybody knows that PRP has a difficult time getting reimbursed. Be honest with your customer. Don't lie to him and tell him that they're going to get reimbursed, because odds are they're not. I told him that I know some doctors that have been getting reimbursed with workers' comp and no fault. He says he sees a lot of them. I said I'll try to find out what codes they're using and how they're billing for it, see if we can help with that. But the best way for you to get paid on this product is cash. Can you get your customers to pay cash? He said probably. I asked him how strongly he believes that PRP will work. How much does he believe in the voodoo behind it? He said that he really thinks it'll work and he really wants to get on the ball using it because he knows that it'll work. And I explained to him again about the inflammation process and the blood, the blood fusion. And he was pretty comfortable with everything, and he understands the science behind it, and because of that, he's willing to try it. And as a result, he called the office manager over at Forest Hills, got the product approved in there, and he wants to use it post-operatively as well as in the office. And he wants to use it for pretty much every patient, as long as he can bill for cash. And Ken was kind enough to send me over the CPT codes and the regular billing codes that other doctors have been using to try to get reimbursed for it, to see if we could make it work. Things that I could have done better. Obviously, from this video, you can tell that my clinical knowledge on PRP is not where it should be. And also it was based on a doctor that I had a very strong relationship with. A true test for me would be next time to hit up a brand new doctor that I don't know anything about and really try to sell him on the science and not BS with basic knowledge on PRP that everybody knows. As far as the orthovis goes, I think Kevin and I handled it pretty well, and I think we covered all our ends by listening to the customer's concerns and going after it and addressing their specific needs and not wasting our time with any other mumbo jumbo that the doctor really didn't care about. And to be honest, the Dr. Gupta didn't really care about the science behind ours. He just wanted to know some basic information and how he's going to get paid on it, and if I'm going to get paid on it, and he wants to just help us out as much as he can. So that was our sales call for the week. He's going to start using PRP next week. He has a couple patients lined up, and Orthovis should start rolling there. They do about 20 to 30 injections every couple weeks. So hopefully it all works out. We're going to follow up, and the next video will let you know how they're doing. Thank you very much for your time.